Hey guys, we're going to do a small video about hazmat drums on my step deck, and it's a little bit different, so I'm going to show you what I did and what I changed, because again I'm dealing with this trailer that's so much fun, but we still have to have our bunkers for no forward movement, and I'm using V-boards because of my placement on my straps. It doesn't give me enough places to do it. So they are banded to the pallet and banded this way, plywood on top, but the plywood crushes a little bit. So I carefully took all my V-boards out, and it made extra work again, but that's what it is, you know, you just got to do it. And I've got all my V-boards. You can see where some of the plywood's crushing. See where the banding is. Some of it's a little loose. It's just as it's separated or as it's settled in root, and there's nothing I can do about it. It just I talked to the people and had them reband 3 pallets at the shipper, and they basically told me that the guys who do this just don't care. So you're going to run across that. People that, oh, it's going on a van, it don't matter. Yeah, bullshit. Well, I have these straps here run to here just to kind of give a crossover effect. Well, they just weren't quite getting the capture that I wanted. See, here's my other bunker. So the thing what I wanted to show you is, even though it's a long grab, because it is crisscross over the back, I wanted to capture these 2 trailing drums and make sure. And so I did change this. I mean, they rode obviously 500 miles the other way, but I got to see that the banding started to flop a little bit. And I'm going, man, this is just, it's bullshit. You know, they don't care. Well, we have to care, because if I drop one of these on a car full of kids, I'm done, they're done. I wouldn't be able to live with myself. So this is what I did. So I found one spot left that I could put a strap, and I went ahead, and you can see I got every strap known to man, but that's the tail end of the trailer. It gets more whip and more flex on the spread. So I want to make sure that nothing's moving. So I've got it, you know, pretty tight. I mean, it's reasonable. I don't want to crush the drum, but you know, I want to make sure that the thing's going to stay there, and it's going to capture here. It's going to take care of this whole group. Same thing with the other side. Now, we use plexiglass covers for our placarding, so the same kind of capture all the way down, and it seems to work really well. For my placarding, I do enjoy, you know, having decent placard holders, but they give us a clear plexiglass square, the exact size, and they were free. They just send them to us so we can keep the placard clean, and it also helps with wind, so the wind won't whip the edge of the placard out and start crumpling it and rippling it up. Now I've got my flasher set because I'm doing my VI, and I saw that, I just was not happy. You know, even though I made it as far as I did, and it looked all right, and it had a reasonably good capture, I decided to just go ahead and change it, because I know I'm going to be going on some more secondary roads as I approach the Bakken, Williston, North Dakota. And before I took that load up there, I got a load out of crane parts. And I had to wait a couple of days, but it's either that or spend 300, 400, 500 miles worth of deadhead fuel out of my pocket and not make a damn thing out of it. So waiting a couple of days, resting, doing some other activities or whatever, work on the truck, you know, stuff like that. It's fun. So the trailer's doing all right. You know, the side rail issue, that there's nothing I can do about it, but it's just a constant hassle. Now I carry V-boards. You know, you can buy these kinds of nails with the plastic washers at Home Depot. I buy a whole box. You can leave your old straps. Just cut the buckle off of them. Nobody can say anything to you. And I keep a couple old straps. And I keep a razor knife. And I'll put it down on the wood of the deck and I'll cut and I'll make my V-boards. So I try to keep extra material on hand to do it in case I do need to do that. These aren't the greatest, but at least they disperse some of the strap tie down so it just doesn't crush the plywood. It's going to have less pressure on the buckle side than on the winch side. You'll notice that when you, over the time that you start doing some of the platform stuff, you'll notice that. Now you see I've got my twist, just like I show everybody I like to do. That's pretty much it. 22 pallets of drums will not fit on this one full length. It just wouldn't quite make it. So I did put one set up there, and I'd rather have it that way because I don't, I'm not gonna, you can't have any hazmat sticking over. You just can't, pallet, nothing will be sticking over. So I'm not gonna mess with that. Just putting that up here is fine. I mean, the pallets are not seem like they're going anywhere, and I am a slow driver, I swear. If you look at my ECM, you'd see my average speed's around 54, but that's over the life of the truck, over 1,000,000 miles. I'm not a fast driver. People pass me all the time. It's because of the RPM of my engine. I got an A-Cert dual turbo cat, 1,400 RPM. I learned from a guy that owned a fleet of them. He says that's where I get my fuel mileage. And that seems to be about 63, 64 mile an hour. So, that's the way it is. I'll show you my front placard. And that's pretty much it. Now I do not use the plexiglass up here, but what I do is I cover it with clear plastic or that clear tape, and I carry 3 or 4 rolls with me at all times, and that helps. That way you're never without. Well, that's it. I hope you enjoy that tip because it's nothing special, but it's hazmat, it's drums. There's hazard there, obviously, so you just got to take care. Make sure that you do everything right, get that happy, warm, fuzzy feeling, and then you'll be good to go. See you on the road.